And so when you think of your AI strategy, what does success look like over the next 5 years? What would you say are the capabilities that are going to matter the most?
So Porsche is currently very good at predictive AI. So it once you tell it what recipe you want it to cook, it will give you a very delicious meal, but you will have to tell it what recipe it needs to cook. Within 5 years, Porsche will have the capability to generate recipes that are net new using, throw at it. And, these recipes would be comparable to the recipes that a trained chef would generate. So you will be able to tell Porsche things like, give me a vegan Vietnamese with 5 grams of protein, 3 grams of fiber that uses mushrooms that and bok choy that I have lying around in my refrigerator. And yeah, so if you give it that prompt and ask it to also put like a completely random ingredient, like also add mayonnaise to it. Porsche will be able to, and made like vegan mayonnaise because I said vegan. And Porsche will be able to come up with a new recipe for a pho that perhaps none of us have ever tried and, cook a meal for you just like a trained chef.
Yeah, that's great. And Time Magazine named Porsche one of the best inventions of 2025. So congratulations to that.
Thank you.
What do you think set Porsche apart from other smart kitchen products in that recognition?
I'll be honest, I haven't looked at the entire list, so I wouldn't know how we're better from others on that list.
Mhm.
But what sets us apart from other companies trying to do something similar is just the sheer fact that we're shipping and we're in consumer homes. Most companies struggle to get out of the lab. So there are tons of embodied AI companies that are still in the lab that are yet to show any customer value. I think we're one of the very few companies out there that have actually shipped to paying customers, and customers are using us multiple times a week, every single week. So I
Mhm.
think that's what sets us apart, just the sheer execution of building something that's consumer ready.
And then when we just talk about funding and finances, how do you handle challenges related to funding, fundraising? You have investors, you have, I'm assuming, limited resources. How do you handle some of the challenges around that?
I think just prioritization. We have to say no to more things than we say yes to, and ruthlessly prioritize on what matters. And I think that helps us maybe move faster than a lot of the other mature companies who have the resources to tackle a lot of other things. And they're not just focusing on the highest impact activities, but also activities that might yield low impact.
And then finally, looking back, what mistakes or obstacles taught you the most valuable lessons as a founder?
Just being comfortable with rejections. As a founder, you we hear more no's than yeses. There are thousands of doors we knock on, and more than 950 doors are big no's. And just being comfortable with those rejections, I think, is super important. And then I think being mission driven and mission aligned, I think, is something the importance of which I did not understand in the early days. But I think being mission aligned gives you the fuel to see your startup as a marathon and continue to be at it for many many years when the odds get tough.
Yeah. And how many recipes do you have now?
We have over 600 recipes right now. The recipes are growing every single day, so we might be over 800 also. I'm not entirely sure, but we have hundreds of recipes.